This is what I love about resto mods really is you're making the car better than it was without overdoing it. And so for me, that's the dream car.
Classic Porsches take you back in time. This is the Carrera 4 that introduced a new generation of 911 with all-wheel drive and a transmission developed from the Paris-Dakar Rally Porsches. The Carrera 4 is made for imperfect roads.
The 911s from the 90s are the most fun to drive. They give you that truly analog experience and that organic, ergonomic connection that Porsche is known for.
Our goal for the Porsche Restoration Challenge was to reimagine this classic 911 with the best Porsche genuine parts of the 90s. Because electric cars are on the road, we needed to improve the acceleration, steering, and braking of this 964 to safely navigate traffic and be more enjoyable in the canyons.
Because Porsche offers genuine parts for their classic 911 range, we can build the best hits version with all the compatible parts for the 964.
When you do in individualization, there is no script for it. There is no manual. You cannot open the book and say, okay, there is individualization, I think no, that doesn't exist. You're gonna have to have that vision and the skills to do that. Every project is different. Every car is a little different. The concept is the same, it's to win the race. So I am over 550 hours in this project. You know, there is easy 40 hours in the interior just to remove door panels, seats, taking all the vinyl out. I spent a lot of time on small details. I use a dry ice machine for cleaning. It helped me to get to the places where normally you will not be able to reach. Goal of this project was to make a dream car using Porsche genuine parts. Purpose of upgrading suspension, have a little bit stiffer suspension to improve understeer and lower the center of gravity. I start with the engine, improve the engine horsepower and the torque because I went from the 3.6 to 3.8. I want to add more power, but also I want to keep the safety. So when you build a car and you're adding more performance to the engine, you need to have a really good brakes. Front brakes are from a 964 Turbo, and for the rear I use the brake calipers from a 993. The beauty of this build is in the details. The details are so important in any engine build or in restoration. Small details which may not be visible, but those small details are so important to do to make the car perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here this evening. This is a big moment for all of us.
I don't want to compromise the comfort. I don't want to have a racing car. I don't want to have just normal street car, which we know from 1991, to balance it between street car and the racing car. I could accomplish that with the genuine parts. I could really go use the genuine parts and make the car better and friendly and sporty the way how I want it to the standard of 2023. I think I accomplished all that with this build. I'm, very happy.
I'm loving it. Especially now that the engine's running, you feel the vibration of it. That's what I love about it. It's not only the compromise between, the track car and road car, but also new and old. There's still that Porsche DNA heart. Like it feels old school. It's like if Porsche were to make this car, but again, this is how it would be done, and it's so perfect.
This classic Porsche is like the 911's best hits album from the 90s. The result is a classic 911 that is ideal for enjoying the streets and canyon roads of Southern California.